top clubs slam UEFA after decision for third European competition cooked up without them. Top clubs across Europe have slammed UEFA's decision to introduce a third club competition without consulting them first. UEFA announced its plan to launch the competition from the 2021-22 season in a meeting of Europe's big clubs, held in Split on Tuesday. But now European leagues, who represent 32 leagues across Europe, are said to be angered that the plans are so close to being given the green light. Speaking to Press Association Sport, its Deputy General Secretary Alberto Colombo said, "We are not happy about the process at all because this is something that has been prepared and cooked up by UEFA and the ICA without proper engagement. Despite our president Lars Christer Olsen being a member of the UEFA Exco, we have not been consulted." Formerly known as European Professional Football Leagues, the organization's members include the English Football League, Premier League and Scottish Professional Football League, as well as leagues from 23 other countries. Its board of directors met in Copenhagen last week, but they have now called an emergency meeting to discuss UEFA's plan in the Danish capital on September 19 and a counter-proposal is likely. President of the European Club Association, ICA, Andrea Agnelli, who is also the chairman of Juventus, had confirmed the plans earlier on Tuesday in his open address. Agnelli said, pending approval of the UEFA Executive Committee, the green light has been given to introduce a third competition, bringing the overall number of clubs to 96, as of the 2021-22 season. This idea, which could be approved by UEFA at the December meeting in Dublin, would see the Europa League reduced from 48 teams to 32 so that the Champions League, Europa League and the new competition would all have the same number of competitors. UEFA is sticking to its recent remarks that it is constantly reviewing its competitions and has been discussing various ideas within its club competitions committee before any decision on potential changes would be made. Speaking to reporters after the meeting in Split, ICA Vice Chairman Dariusz Zmijewski said the idea is the product of very intensive conversations with UEFA about the growing financial gap between the top clubs and those from medium-sized and small associations. Details on how the new UEFA competition will work remain uncertain, but it will not be a straight replacement for the Cup Winners' Cup, which was discontinued in 1999. Initially, the idea was to expand the Europa League to 64 teams to give more clubs access to European competition and its obvious financial benefits. But concerns about diluting the Europa League's quality made the idea of a third competition more attractive, particularly if it was reserved for teams from smaller leagues. Zmijewski, Legia Warsaw's owner and president, said there were still a number of issues to resolve, but we are going in the right direction and entering the last stage of discussions. Colombo, however, said his members were already very worried about the impact UEFA's prize money is having on the competitive balance in domestic leagues now, let alone what is being planned for 2021 to 2024.